Hi, Assalamualaikum. This is Group 7 presentation. We will present about time study and our product is TunaRap. Group member, the first is Muhammad Nur Aiman Irfan bin Suhaili, which is myself. Then Nurul Izzati binti Baharudin, Pravin anak lelaki Lingam, Muhammad Nur Hakim bin Rozailan and Chu Leying. The table of content is introduction, process flow chart, time study and conclusion. Introduction. If the prices are too high, the manufacturer may not be able to fill order, and if they are too low, the company may lose money. As a result, the time study engineer does a time study to determine the correct manufacturing time for a product. Time studies are best suited to processes that involve a series of repetitive acts that repeat themselves in a cycle. Time studies useful in determining the standard time for various operations, which helps in fixing wages and incentives, to estimate the cost of a product accurately, production control, predicting accurately, and determine how much machine an operator can run. In this project, researcher will conduct a time study for making tuna wraps. The researcher will record a video of the tuna wrap making process and record the time together. The researcher will provide 4 videos, and when heating and packing, the researcher will do this process 10 times, which each time recorded will be counted and used in the calculation of time study.
So I'll continue with the process flow chart, which is they have 4 processes in it, which is the first one is preparation, heating the tortilla, packing and making, and the last one cleaning up the workstation. So the first process, which is preparation process, in this process we have about 7 activities that we do, and based on our observation we found that the last activities, which is cut the cabbage, take the longest time, which is 5.8 minutes. So this is due to the fact that we want a large amount of cabbage in our tortilla wraps. So for the entire process, we found that our lead times is at 8 minutes. So we move to the second process, which is heating tortilla. In this process, we only have 3 activities in it, and based on our observation, the last activity, which is put mayonnaise in the plastic, take the longest time, which is 2.74 minutes. This is because these activities are too complicated and we really need to be careful with it. And the lead time for the entire process is at 4 minutes. So we will move to the third process, which is process packing and making. In this process, we have about 5 activities that we do, and we found that the last activities, which is take plastic, put inside, take half slice of tortilla, take the longest times among others, which is 0.5 seconds. It is because the position of every element are far from one another, and also it's very difficult to put the tortilla wraps in the plastic. So for the lead time for the entire process, which is at 1 minute. So for the last process, which is clean up the workstation, in this process we only have 3 activities. So the highest time taken in this process is the last step, which is take plate, tray, stove, knife, tissue, and clean up the workstation, which is at 1.13 minutes. This is because there's a lot of kitchen appliances and it's quite heavy. Other than that, we have to wipe all of the entire workstation to make it clean. So for the lead time of this process is 2 minutes.
Good day, doctor. My name is Chu Lei. Now I will present about the time study. In the time study, we get the 5 elements description, which are placed on the table, put chopper cabbage on top of the tortilla, put a spoon of tuna, put it and put inside after taking plastic. After that, the total cycle is chosen based on the highest number of the outlines. The time obtained from time study is being leveled by applying the sum of the ratings of all the 4 factors. There are 4 factors system of performance rating that was being used in this time study, and it was developed by Westinghouse. These factors are skill, effort, conditions, and consistency. After that, we will get the total performance rating, which is 1.13. The normal time for that operation would be multiplied with a performance rating. Then we will get the allowance of this product, which is 50%. Thus, we will use the allowance to multiply the normal time to get the standard time. The total time is 103.82. In 8 hours a day divided by standard time, we can produce 274 tuna wraps. After that, I will calculate the normal time, standard time, and overall standard time. In the normal time, we will multiply with performance rating 1.13%, and the standard time we will multiply with allowance 15%. Normal time of the preparation, we get the total is 164.98 seconds per batch, and standard time of the preparation, we get the 167.9 seconds per batch. In the normal time of making, we get the total is 51.49 seconds per unit, and the standard time, we get the 59.21 seconds per unit. Normal time of baking 1 tuna wrap per bag, we get the 33.9 seconds per batch, and the standard time of baking 1 tuna wrap per bag, we get the 38.99 seconds per bag.
Hi, my name is Praveen Sanavlingam, and I'm from FPTP, and now I'm going to discuss and present about the calculation for capacity. Okay, so this is the capacity for each workstation, and the capacity for preparation is, we take 8 hours, which is equals to 20,800 seconds minus 74, then you divide by 167.9, then you will get 171.09 or 171 batches. Then the capacity for making is, we take the same 28,800 minus 74, this time we divide it by 73.81, then you will get 389.19, you round off, it will be 389 batches. Then the capacity for packing is 28,800 minus 74 divided by 38.99, then you will get 736.75, you round off, then you will get 736 batches. Now I'm going to explain about the revenue calculation. So for the revenue calculation, the revenue per day is 2 ringgit times 389 units, which you will get 778 ringgit, and revenue per month is 778 times 26 days. The per month, 1 month is equals to 26 days of operation. So then you will get 20,228 ringgit. Okay, now for recommendations. So for the recommendations to avoid future bottlenecks, you will need to visualize your workflow, which can be done either manually or using software. So there are 3 parts of visualization, which is map of the work, inventory tracking, and output measurements. Then you will need to add capacity by adding workers to reduce the time or the lag. And finally, you will have to maintain your equipment. So you need to maintain your equipment because lack of maintenance of the equipment will produce the most bottlenecks in the future, such as heating the tortilla. The equipment must be maintained, or not it will produce a lot of bottleneck. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Noakim Benzalan. My matric number is AP190005. Today I want to explain about conclusion. Time study is useful in determining the standard time for various operations, which help in fixing wage and incentive. Time study is also useful to get the capacity per day and capacity in units. By using this time study, we can know the bottleneck in operation and resolve it in order to improve the production process. Okay, so next is time study very important to handling a process. We need to take action if a problem occurs, such as we have a bottleneck in the process. Other than that, the study has taught us about how to do calculation related to study in time from the beginning to the end of the process.